Hey nerd, like and subscribe in the next 6.9 seconds or this shin will wake up in your bed. I know I'm not taking any chances.
Inspired by Logon, as you can see by the green spiral energy. We have the evolved form of gamer. What the heck is going on? Why did... Whoa. What's up guys? Today we're back at it again, and today we're going to be reviewing Foxy's Mech Ultrakiller. So, for some background context, this mech is within the same series as his previous mech, Hyper Slayer. So, this is meant to be a sequel / rival to Hyper Slayer, similar to how V2 was the, successor / rival to V1 from the Ultrakiller games. So, that's mainly the inspiration behind this build. But since Foxy, he does a lot of mechanical design from all his other custom mechs, this also, seems to have a lot of inspiration. And as per usual, we're gonna start off with the aesthetics. Starting off with the legs, this thing, unlike Hyper Slayer, it actually has feet this time. So if you could get a little video of Hyper Slayer without its feet, that'd be pretty cool, Subra.
Oh, feet pictures! Oh my gosh! That's so turning me on!
So you might also notice that this mech has a lot of neon, and this neon sports a very cool gradient. So this one goes from blue to red, this one goes from blue to green. This one's not so much a gradient, or actually it kind of is, but it's a more rough transition. And yeah, that's going to be all across the build, because this thing is supposed to be a gaming machine.
Gaming PC with ultimate RGB lights.
Yeah, we're going to be getting more into that later on in the video. Here we have some thrusters in the back, sporting some very nice gradient across the little back thrusters, I guess. Here we are at the knee. So this mech seems to have very long legs, but very short and thin thighs, which is a pretty interesting design choice, I will say. Here we have his protruding crotch, which seems to almost be like a cannon of some sort. And next up, we have his tiny waist. If you probably hit this, his entire lower body would be gone. Next up, we have the chest. What does this remind you of, guys? What does this chest remind you of? Next up, we have his protruding chest, which seems to also have these little pincers, which I also find very interesting. This mech seems to be an amalgam of a couple, mobile suit designs, actually. So the main color inspiration and kind of wonky proportion design is inspired by the Feract from Gundam Witch from Mercury, and the leg design is actually based off of the Greys from Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphans. We're mixing two different Gundam series here. It's pretty interesting, as well as obviously the V2 inspirations. Speaking of the V2 inspirations, here we have his mono eye. So again, this is a design departure from the original Hyper Slayer, but it's also more akin to the source material. Here we have the backpack with some vents. Oh my gosh, guys.
Stop.
And along the backpack, we seem to have some non-functional laser cannons, as well as some functional ones. 4 functional laser cannons that fire massive lasers. These lasers also seem to have a gradient effect on them, which is pretty cool, where he did varying transparencies for the neon. So if you guys want cool looking lasers, you should do that yourself. I really like this technique here. Moving on to the bottom, we have some emitters at the back of the lasers too, which seem to correspond to different gradients. So here is a red to yellow, yellow to green, green to almost blue, and then almost blue to blue. So yeah, each gun represents each color. We also have some more thrusters on the back here that seems to also resemble that of Gundam booster, which is pretty nice. Some more venting on the back as well, and yeah. Moving on to the arms, this mech sports 4 arms, and as opposed to having no feet, this has no hands instead. So replacing the hand, we have this giant beam blade, again using that very nice variance and transparency with the neon to create this very cool, more energy pulsing, effect. This emitter itself is also very abstract, where the front extends much farther than the back.
Oh my god, I looked from the front.
No! Stop!
Wait! No!
Why? Why would you keep doing this? I have a wife and children now! It's been years!
Alright, next up we have the sub-arms. So these are actually completely different. No reuse of parts here. One thing I just noticed is that these elbows, they don't even seem to be directly connected mechanically. They seem to be bonded through some sort of energy. like the RGB energy coursing through this entire thing. Yeah, so they are armed with this massive drill. So this drill will be the drill that pierces the heavens, inspired by Gurm Logon, as you can see by the green spiral energy. And yeah, I guess that wraps up the aesthetics. Let's move on to the mechanics. Alright, as per usual, for the mechanics, we have the interior, and here we have the evolved form of gamer, the Ultra Gamer. As you can see, he has a chiseled 8-pack, huge pecs with actual nipples, huge biceps as well, and it looks like, does he hit legs? I cannot tell. I think he does. I think he does hit legs, in fact. And moving up here, we have his gaming monitor. Hey Supra, put something funny up here.
To hang up that computer call, come over here and kiss me on my hot mouth. I'm feeling romantical.
To produce a tank of such gargantuan proportions that it appeared an act of madness. Weighing an astonishing 188 tons, Germany only managed to build 2 of these vehicles before the war ended.
Okay, so looking at Gamer, his face is made through, I believe, either 0.1 or 0.05 shaping to make all of these details. And he's sporting some very nice RGB headphones as well, because you know, what gamer doesn't wear headphones? Gamer also seems to be sporting some very nice RGB joysticks as well, and right here we have an RGB gaming PC adorned with fan in the back, CPU cooler, and his graphics processor. And yeah, that's it with the interior. Let's get into the mechanics. Alright guys, and we're back, and yeah, as you can see, some of the mechanics have already started, so let's get straight into it. So over here on the sub arm, we actually have the drill, which spins, and it creates this cool spiral effect. It almost looks like the drill is piercing the heaven. Next up, we have the sword, also spinning on a wheel as well, and it also creates this cool pulsing effect due to the spinning. It looks like it's expanding, but in reality, it's just spinning. Next up, we have the shoulder cannons. So the shoulder cannons can actually be adjusted as so, and obviously, what cannons would be any good if they didn't fire? And yeah, there you go. Those are the lasers, man. They extend pretty far, I'll say. That's like basically 2 quads. And one final mechanic is that the thrusters, obviously, they need to thrust. So we just have some thrusters here to simulate the fire from like the burning of fuel in order to propel the mech along the feet as well. Even backwards facing thrusters, which I find interesting. So anything that looks like an emitter, it probably emits fire. And yeah, I guess that's it for the mechanics. Let's get straight into the battle. Alright guys, we're back, and here we have Ultrakiller facing off against Sakiel, and looks like the battle has already started with us getting a shot in with our...
Switches, that's a few switches.
What the heck is going on? Why did... Whoa. Death, what did you do? How did you just shatter our laser beams?
What's the ability of my AT field? Die.
Whoa, he just hit us with this, like, straight in the legs. Foxy, go in with the melee weapon, man. Uh-oh. We have 4 melee weapons, Foxy. Come on, we got this. Do you have your other hand? You do. Alright, are we going in for a slice or a drill?
You gotta use your AT field.
If my AT field button was destroyed, he shot through me.
He beat you with the spiral energy, that's what happened.
Yes.
See that drill? It's coming for you.
This drill will be the drill that will pierce Sakiel.
The angels, it will pierce the heavens.
Yes, it will pierce the heavens and hit the angels.
Sakiel wants a hug.
It looks like he does. He's reaching out with his arms.
He just wants a hug, man. He wants just a good old hug.
Oh!
No!
Sakiel just despawns! Alright guys, looks like Foxy's lag has saved him this and kept Ultrakiller alive. And with that, we're gonna end this round. Let's move on to the next round. Alright guys, and we're back, and yeah, we're gonna have Ultrakiller face off against Toby. This is gonna be an absolute demolition. So I'm gonna be piloting this time. As you can see, the mech is much faster. And here we go.
You just flew into my hand. That's
I did.
strange.
Wait, hold up. Oh no, I'm taking massive damage. I can't move anymore. The sea! Alright guys, so we're gonna try that again after that complete and utter failure by my part. So yeah, here we go. Alright Toby, we're gonna blast you in the face. Maybe.
Man inside my mouth, he's stealing my brain.
There's someone in your mouth. All right, I'm gonna try to hit you in the face then. All right, here we go. Drill slap. Oh, it knocked you back. You know what? I'm gonna stand up for myself, and I'm gonna slice you. Why did it just bounce off of you?
Oh, no.
Oh, never mind. I did actually slice you. Oh wait, but you hit me as well. Look at me. I'm also so red.
Entire fist went through your leg. You amputated my entire lower right leg. He's just like flopping on the ground.
The controls. Nothing is like, I'm getting so much input lag. It's impossible to control. Oh my gosh, it just launched a bunch. Oh my gosh, we got a huge connection. Oh, no, we're blasting off again. And with the conclusion of the second round, we actually move on to a new segment of our videos, the ranking. So, in order to have a more cohesive conclusion to our videos, we decided to implement this ranking system that kind of breaks down, I guess, the more physical aspects rather than anything related to combat. So, for the rankings, we're gonna have 5 tiers. Bronze, silver, gold, and diamond. And in order to achieve a tier, you have to achieve a certain point threshold. Points are going to be calculated based off of 4 categories: shaping, proportions, detail, and mechanics. And the point totals are usually going to be out of 40. However, in some instances, we will award bonus points, which will allow a mech to exceed the 40-point threshold, and those mechs will possibly get a special ranking. So, bronze tier encompasses anything from 0 to 20 points, while silver tier is anything from 20 to 26 points, gold tier is 26 to 32 points, diamond tier is 32 to 39 points, and the special meganium tier is 39 to, I guess, however infinitely many bonus points that we will add that are over 40. This is the special tier that will be awarded to only a select number of mechs, and it will denote how it's one of our best and highest quality builds on our channel. So you might notice that if you watch Mecha Gaikotsu, this system is very similar, and we actually based it off of his videos. Enough with the background info on the ranking system, let's get into the actual ranking. For shaping, we rate this build a 6 out of 10 because it doesn't really have anything too crazy. It does sport good shaping, but for the most part, it is mainly one move. So as it is nothing out of the ordinary, we give it a 6 out of 10. For proportions, we rate it a 7 out of 10 because it does sport some very questionable proportions, such as the tiny waist, but in the end, that can be chalked up to design liberties. There is also no, I guess, reference that we can point to whether the proportions are accurate or not, so we ultimately decided on 7 being a good ranking. In regards to detail, we rate this build a 7 out of 10 as well, because though it has some very nice RGB neon detailings, it doesn't really have much detail mechanically. There's not many, I guess, decals. Lastly, for mechanics, we rated an 8 out of 10 because it has some very nice functioning shoulder cannons that do fire, and they also sport some very nice beam weaponry and working drills and very nice thruster animations, which really prop up the build. And those little small things elevate it within the mechanics. And with that, we get a point total of 28 out of 40, bringing us to gold tier. With that, guys, we're gonna wrap up the video here. Make sure to like and subscribe. If you agree or disagree with these rankings, leave a comment below, and hopefully you enjoyed this mech showcase. See you guys in the next one.